Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Tracy with JDO Threads. Thanks for joining me today, everybody, whether you're new, returning, or you've decided to subscribe. Thank you so very much. What I would like to do for you guys today is I want to show you how to take these plain white polyester socks and turn them into whatever kind of socks you want to have. In today's video, however, what I'm going to be doing is making Christmas socks, because you know Christmas is coming up, so I like to have different kind of socks for every kind of season, or just because. But today we're going to be doing Christmas socks. So remember, for me, like, share, and subscribe if you're enjoying my videos. Thanks so much for doing that. And let's head on over to the craft table where I can show you how to get it set up and the steps we're going to need to take in order to get these plain white socks turned into some fabulous decorative socks. Let's head on over. Okay everybody, so I'm over here at my craft table and my image has now finally printed out. Here we go. I did print this on my KOALA 8.5 by 14 A-sub paper. I am now gonna get my socks put in the jigs that I got off Amazon, and then we're gonna get the socks lint rolled up. Let me see how I want to do this now. I think I want to have the crease right on top. We'll see how that works. Instead of having the crease go side to side, I'm just going to put it right on top so it can get most of the sock. All right, everybody. So I went ahead and I got my sock loaded into the jig. As you can see right here, it's loaded, and I just got my seam going side to side instead of right on the side of the jig there, but right on top, going side to side this way across. So I have finally printed out my paper. There you go, on my KOALA 8.5 by 14 sublimation paper, and I don't think that it's going to be long enough to get the whole image on the sock, so I'm gonna have to, as you can see here, it's cut off like down there, so I'm just gonna have to do that little bit on a separate sheet. But this is my first time giving it a go, everybody, so we're gonna just see what happens. So let me go ahead and just get my other sock in here like this. I'm gonna try not to stretch it out too much. I want to turn it so that seam is going side to side like this way. Okay, that looks good. And then everybody says you got to take your lint roller and you got to roll off the lint off of the sock, because you don't want nothing coming out when you print out your sock. So get all that off. I do see a little piece of black lint from somewhere here, so let me get that off. All right, that looks good. So then I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay each sock like, oh, let me cut off these black lines, because I don't want to get those black lines in my photo. So let me just cut those off real quick. All right, so I'm just going to go all the way around the paper and cut these lines off, because I don't want those black lines getting in my socks. That was just registration marks for if I was going to print it on a notebook or something, or so I can have it cut out. But since I'm not doing that, I don't need those black registration marks, so that's all gone. So I'm simply just going to take my image and I'm just going to lay it down flat, and I'm just going to lay my socks right on top like this. So I'm going to lay both of my socks on top. Let me back up so you guys can see, like this, and then I'm going to print one side at a time, and we're just going to see how it comes out, everybody. And again, my oh, that one looks like it's a little bit more stretched out. My image is not gonna get the whole sock, so I'm gonna have to do another sheet on the back for down at the bottom, another 2 sheets. So altogether it's gonna take probably 2.5 sheets, because I can get a little bit of the images out of one of the other smaller papers that I printed out. All right, so that looks good. So now what I'm gonna do is, what do I need to do here? Oh, my image needs to be off of this cutting mat and upside down. That's what it needs to be. Okay, so I'm just gonna flip this over and try it again. Like this. Socks have to be on the bottom first. There we go. And then my image has to be on top of the parchment paper like this. All right, I got it now. I got it. So we're gonna make those even. Make sure that my sock has all the image on both socks. I'm gonna go ahead and use some heat tape and tape it down now. So it doesn't. All right, sorry about that, guys. My camera fell down. Okay, so I'm gonna just continue taping my socks down to the paper. Like that, making sure I got full coverage everywhere on those socks. I don't know, maybe I'll give it another little piece down at the bottom down here, like that. All right, and that looks pretty good to me. So now I'm gonna go on and head on over to the heat press, where we're gonna go ahead and lay it up there and get it pressed out. So let's head on over. All right, everybody, so that's what my socks look like on the heat press. I'm gonna go ahead and press it down. My heat press is set at 350 degrees. Remember, mine was too hot when I did it before at 400, so it's on 350. I'm going to go ahead and get it pressed for 50 seconds, and I will be back, you guys, to let you see how it looks. All right, everybody, moment of truth. Heat press is done printing on the socks, and oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh, looks like a piece of my heat transfer tape got right there, so I'll have to it folded over on the paper and got that little print right there. But I can go ahead and put another little piece of red right there. Not going to worry about it, but oh my goodness, you guys, check it out. Look at my socks. Oh my goodness. All right, well, it's time to do the back side. So let me go ahead and get the other print. What they say you want to do is you want to roll your sock in like so, and ouch, that's still kind of hot. So you can get both sides. You want to roll it in. Well, I don't know. That sock is not really rolling around good, you guys, because if I roll it from the one side, then the other side comes out. So I'm going to have to work on that. But maybe I'll just roll around the one side. Let's see what I can do here. All right, so maybe next time I do it, I'll just have to use one piece of paper and fold it in on the whole sock like that, so I can make sure that I get the coverage on the whole sock instead of just trying to do front to back. That's what I'll do next time. All right, but I think for my first time, it came out pretty good, everybody. All right, so let me get this right back on the right side here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over, and we're going to get the back prepared now so we can print that back off. Got a little piece of black something there. All right, that looks good. Oh, let me get me a new piece of parchment paper here. And yeah, we're just going to get the same side, this side taped down the same side, the same way we did the first side. Get it pressed, and I'll be back to show you guys what it looks like. All right, guys, I'm back. The second side has had time to cool off, so let's see how we did with this second side. Oh my goodness. Uh-oh, it looks like it lifted just a little bit. Over here, I got a little bit of shadowing over there. Right there, a little bit of shadowing, but oh well, I think that's still pretty good for my first time, everybody. All right, so now all I need to do is I gotta go down and do the white parts down here because I don't want those to be white. So I'm just gonna take a little piece of extra paper that I printed. This one here, I'm just probably gonna cut it in half, put half of it on the top, half of it on the bottom. And yeah, so we can go ahead and get that done. So I'll be back as soon as that's done, and we'll see how these socks turned out. All right, guys, and here are the finished socks. I think they just came out absolutely adorable, even though I did run into a few issues for my very first time. But we're not going to worry about that. We're just going to try and try again. All right, so let me show you. I did not get any ghosting here. I did use firm enough pressure where I was able to get the image to come out without any ghosting. However, you see those white spots there. I didn't make my paper long enough, and then I didn't line it up really good right there. So it is a little bit of white spots still showing on that sock there. And then also on the next sock over there, the one on the right, you see I pushed it up way too far and I got a little bit of overlapping. No worries. We're just going to try it again. And then here, when my heat tape got flipped over onto the paper and left that white spot, I did put another piece of red sublimation paper on top of that. But as you can see, it showed that overlapped effect. And so that one didn't turn out as good as well. But no worries. These socks are just for me. And I still think these socks are amazing. So I am going to still rock these socks with pride, you guys. Yes, I am. All right. So again, what I will be doing differently probably next time, instead of just adding a little bit of extra paper at the bottom to make it from a 8.5 to 11, 8.5 to 14 to about a 19, so that I can get full coverage all the way down. And then I'll just fold that whole piece of paper over onto the one sock. And then here also you see I got a little bit of white on the back of that sock where I didn't push the paper over far enough all the way either. But you know, I'm a work in progress with these sublimations on these socks. And so yes, again, like I stated, I'm going to go ahead and just keep trying and trying it again. All right, but I think overall, for my first time, they came out really, really amazing, and I am having a blast learning something new, you guys. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Again, my name is Tracy with JDL Threads. I want to thank you guys for joining me today. Keep crafting, keep in your happy place, and I will see you guys in the next video.